I cannot deliver the mandate on which I was elected by the Conservative Party.
Liz Truss resigned after just 45 days in power, becoming the shortest-serving Prime Minister of the UK. By quite a margin, her plans to cut taxes roiled financial markets and left her with the lowest approval rating for a British leader in decades.
And what we've done is we've taken decisive action.
They crashed the economy. And working.
Here's how her 6 weeks in power unfolded and the reasons why her premiership came crashing down so quickly. It all started when Liz Truss won the leadership contest, beating out other candidates, including former UK Treasury Chief Rishi Sunak.
That Liz Truss is elected as the leader of the Conservative and Unionist Party.
When she won the contest, she strode onto the stage, brimming with confidence it would go on to mark the high point of her tenure. Days later, she got her first shock: the death of Queen Elizabeth II, the country's longest-serving and much-beloved monarch.
Queen Elizabeth II was the rock on which modern Britain was built.
Miss Truss made a moving speech at the Queen's funeral days before she set about installing her agenda and delivering her promises from the elite leadership campaign.
I have 3 priorities for our economy: growth, growth, and growth.
It's also when her political problems began. Liz Truss and her finance minister, Kwasi Kwarteng, unveiled a far-reaching series of economic reforms.
In the whole country, we will cut the basic rate of income tax to 19 pence in April 2023, 1 year early.
Within minutes of Mr. Kwarteng's presentation, the markets responded. Pound began dropping, and yields on UK government debt began to soar, making the cost of borrowing for the government much more expensive. The plan soon drew criticism from some unusual quarters, including the IMF, which criticized its fiscal stimulus at a time when the Bank of England was trying to raise interest rates to stop inflation. It also drew criticism from US President Joe Biden.
Well, it's predictable. I mean, I wasn't the only one that thought it was a mistake.
Has the financial backlash deepened against the plan, and ordinary Britons were worried about higher mortgage payments on their houses? It seemed the political pressure was growing, and the mood darkening King Charles seemed to sum it up anyway. In the days that followed, things started to unravel quickly. Truss basically fired her Chancellor Kwasi Kwarteng, who was an old ally, and replaced him with Jeremy Hunt. Within a day, he began paring back her initial ideas with a series of U-turns on the tax cuts.
At a time when markets are rightly demanding commitment to sustainable public finances, it is not right to borrow to fund this tax cut.
Within 3 days, her package had been nearly entirely eviscerated. Miss Truss, who is seen as headstrong, was not about to quit even as the chaos grew. She turned up to Parliament and vowed to fight.
I am a fighter and not a quitter.
For Britain's Liz Truss will be remembered as Liz the Brief, the shortest-serving Prime Minister in history. She will also be remembered as a symptom of growing dysfunction within the Tory party.